Hi everyone, welcome to another video from Mesolight Visual. I am Dominic, and in this video we're going to develop together a 3D sectional perspective drawing for the purpose of architectural presentations or maybe portfolio drawings. With that being said, let's jump straight into it. Before we start, I want to thank all the subscribers for the invaluable support. I really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed already to this channel, please consider subscribing now. I want to also take this opportunity to thank our Patreon members for the contribution to the growth of this channel that they demonstrated. And if you want to be part of this incredible community, join by the link in the description. We're going to continue with this project. Previously, we created this elevation. If you want to check the video, check the link on the description or also at the top right corner. I recommend it to do so because you get this result you see on your screen. Okay, so to get started with the section perspective, let's go to our plan view and identify the area that we want to do our section or cut our section. So I have already placed a section, which is this one, along the length of the building. So what I need to do is to pick the marquee and then marquee along the section like this, and from here it has to go all the way. Let me redo it again. It has to cover the entire building. So from here you right click and then show marquee in 3D. Right, let me orbit to the side, and then you can easily set up or adjust your perspective like this. Normally I would set it based on the vertical lines. If you see your vertical lines straight, then your section view will be accurate, or to be precise. Let's go back to the ground. You're gonna place a camera, then set the camera to 1.4, which is basically eye level. So, and then you can right click and then show selection in 3D. This will give you a perfect sectional view, a sectional perspective view. So you can just zoom in like that. Pan around to position it on the center of your screen. Once you're happy, once you're content with the result, you can right click and convert this into a 3D document. I'm gonna give it sectional perspective, then create, wait for the results. Once it's been generated, I'm using MS Beam latest template. This will be saved under the document views, so it's going to be this one. Right, let's click and open that. Perfect. So this is by default, by predefined settings of the template, you will get this result. I'm going to refine it to tweak it to my liking. So the first thing I'll do, I'll right click on the view, then 3D document settings. What I want is the model appearance section. Let me just stretch this and increase the view. What I need to do, the cut fill elements, I'm going to change it to let's see, I would want a surface color. I think let's leave it under fill. Then uncut elements, which is everything you see on your screen. I'm going to make it is uniform pen. And what else again? We can also set our cover fields to be active, vectorial hatching in our elevation, then hit OK. Let's see the results. This is what you're getting. I think, yes, I think I like it, and I can further adjust the settings. What I need to do now is because I want the cut elements to be black solid, but then if I do that, I'm gonna show you. if I change this to be now uniform surface and then choose the color of the cut elements to be black, so let's see. The problem is that even I don't want the mesh to be also affected, because I can't now see my footings or foundation of this building. So I will have to go back and document settings. Let's change this, keep it under cut fill and not shaded, and then I will have to set up a graphic override that will try and mimic my results. So I'm gonna come here down to graphic override combination, or you can go to documents, graphic overrides, graphic override combination. So from here I'm going to set up let's say new, and then this will be sectional perspective combination. From there I'll move on to the right side of the window to create the rules for this combination. I'm gonna go to manage the rules. The first rule I want to do is it's the rule for the cut elements, because that's what we are here for. So let me collapse all this, and just like that. I'm just gonna collapse everything. Bunch of stuff here. Okay, so what I want to utilize already rules that are available on the list. I'm looking for the cut elements, so it's going to be under fields if I'm not. Yes, they are here. Let's say all cut fields to be solid black, right? Yes, I already set up this rule. You see, this, it says element type all types, and then I've set other criteria to say elevation, section, zone, label, grid, and then the mesh to be excluded from this rule. So the rule basically is we override the foreground and then the cut fields types, and then we checked the hide skin separators. Then also we activated the fill foreground pen and then made it black, because that will control the color for our cut elements. So I'm gonna hit OK, then add that combination, the rule to this combination. Let's add that, and then if you hit OK, wait for it to generate. Now we have all cut elements being black, and then our mesh is not affected, which is really a cool thing that I wanted, because you'd want to see your foundation elements shown. I think I have here we're supposed to be having a footing. I don't know why it's missing, so I'll quickly go to the foundation or the substructure view, but it's here. I don't know why it's missing. Let me see what might be the problem. Yes, but on this one it's showing. I don't know why it's not been picked here. Okay, something is wrong. Something is wrong. I think I might have to perform solid element operation. I'm gonna select it, then let's bring solid element operation, make this an operator. The mesh will be the target. I'm gonna edit the target, then subtraction is the operation, and then close. Let's go back and check. Yes, thank you. All right, I think we have another one that we need to we have a situation here. I don't think here I've placed the footing. Let's go back to the foundation view. I'm going to pick parameter of this by alt holding your keyboard and click on the element. So let's gonna move here. The element is not visible on this view, so what I'll do, I'll say right click on the ground, then show this as a trace reference so that I can see my element. So I'm gonna trace over this to, oh sorry, let's use the chained method. I'm going to trace over like that to place my footing. Okay, if you go back to our section, that should be captured. Fantastic. Okay, there are a couple of things that I want to do for this before I place other elements. I see we have this, I don't know what happened. I need to close this. Maybe let's go to 3D. If there was a subtraction, it was supposed to be upward extrusion, not completely, cut like this. So I'm going to close it off by picking one of the edge, then use offset edge. Let's close it off to that. And then if you go back, we need now to use the pool to subtract with upward extrusion using our solid element operation. So let's right click on the space, then okay, I want to bring solid element operation. I can't bring it here, so I'm gonna go to the options. Is it option document? Yes, no, it's under design. It's under design, solid element operation. I'm used to the other way around, where I select an element then right click to bring it that way. It's a shortcut. I don't know which way is it short. It's short. Going to design or just select an element, right click, then solid element operation like that. Okay, let me know in the comment section what you think about this, because overall we want to focus on being efficient when we are using the program. So I'm going to zoom in here and select, I want to select the base, right, and put it as an operator. So the mesh is going to be target, and then I'm going to use subtract with upward extrusion. Let's see the results. Perfect. And then if you go back to our sectional perspective, this space will be sorted. Fantastic. I like it. Another thing that I need to fix is this, because this is supposed to be representing water. Now it's been cut and being affected by our graphic override combination. So we need to resolve this issue. What I need to do, there are different ways of doing that, but I will revert to maybe a solution of creating a layer for this. Let's Control L to bring your layer settings. I'm going to create a new layer, then call it water. Let's say water pool. Water pool, and then make sure it's active under your 3D views. Okay, you can update, hit OK to do that. And then we're going to assign this element to the newly created water pool layer. And then from here we're going to go back to our graphic override combination. What we need to do is to exclude that layer from this all cut fill solid black rule. So let's click on the menu or in the settings, then add another element type in the criteria section. No, so I'm gonna remove this. This was supposed to be layer, not element type. I'm gonna go under model view and then add a layer. Let's set it to is not, then search for the layer water pool. Make sure this is okay. It doesn't give us an option to choose or an end, but it's fine, it will work. Let's hit OK and OK. Perfect. So our water element is not being affected by our graphic override combination, which is a cool thing. Okay, so let's move on. Another thing is this area, it doesn't make sense to me because this was supposed to go all the way and support this suspended flow. But anyway, for the sake of this demonstration, let's keep it this way and move on with the other elements. So one thing that I want to set is the doors. To have these lines solid like this, it's intimidating and it's not really. I'm going to change it to dotted lines. Let's select all the doors and open its settings. I'm gonna go to, let's click here on all parameters, then find opening lines. So let's override this and change everything to dashed lines, right? Yes, everything should be dashed, and then hit OK. Let's see. Perfect. So yeah, that's basically it. One thing also we need to be very careful is the line weight for the uncut elements. I don't know, I can check. Let's go to view, on-screen view options. If you activate the true line weight, you should be able to see the value of these lines, but I think at the moment they're fine. I'll keep it this way. I'll keep it this way. Okay, maybe I would want to add a little bit of color to my drawing. So if I go back to the view, right click, and then 3D document settings, within the model appearance section, maybe under uncut elements, instead of uniform, we can say, let's go to surface color and OK, and see what will happen. No, I don't think I like it. Let's go back, check another style. I don't think I like it. This is too dark. Okay, this is too dark. I'm gonna go back to the uniform pen color, then OK. Let's leave it white like this. Okay, we have this texture for the concrete that is intimidating, so we need to select these elements, open the settings, and then I'm gonna override this surface to, let's search for ceiling. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay, yeah, something like that. We can do the same to this one, but I'll keep it white. I don't know. Let's see. Let's put them in the same color. This one is stucco white rough. Let's do the same to this one's. Stucco white rough. Perfect. Okay, so one thing that you can decide on is to have your glass transparent or solid. I don't know. I thought this way it gives depth to my drawing, to my perspective. But if you want to change, you can come here and then say transparency, and check the box, and hit OK, so that it will make your glass solid like this. So if you feel like you have too many things at the background, you can leave it this way. But let's go back. I'm going to activate it. Wait. Okay. All right. So let's move on and add other elements. So I'm gonna quickly go to the folder. I'm gonna go to the folder. Sorry about that. Yes, from here I have created this assets that I shared. I forgot to share this asset with the previous video. Check the link on the description and get this trees and vegetation. We have bird silhouettes as well, so check the link on the description and download this element. So I'm going to go to documents and then add a figure using a figure tool. Let's open its settings and then open from the menu. Let me go for 2025. Okay, I'll start with this one and hit OK. I'm gonna place it somewhere there. Let's move it to the ground like that. I'm gonna do the same and bring a different tree. Let's go for this one, and then this I'm going to place it somewhere there. Make sure it's on the ground level. I'm going to bring another one. Open. It's advisable to use variety of trees. This, maybe bring it here. Control K to scale this up like that. I'm gonna bring another tree as well. This one, I haven't used it. Place it here. Move it to the ground. Control K, hit OK to scale up. This maybe. I'm gonna put it. I think there is fine. I'm gonna make a copy. Control Shift D and bring it that side. Control Shift D, make a copy of this. Let's go back and bring this bed silhouettes. I like the scale. I'll keep it this way. I'll keep it that way. And you can also, play around with some small vegetation or plants. Let's see how it will. Control K to scale. I'm gonna see how. Yeah, something like that. Just to have your ground, a bit of ground covers. Do it all the way to there, and Control K to make a bit of imperfection. I'm gonna randomize it like that. Control Shift D, copy this one. Control K, maybe lower it a bit. Perfect. Okay. The other thing is to place some human silhouettes. I have a library that I've created that I shared also previously. Check the link on the description to download this library. It's an object library, so you have to open it and use it. It's this 2D nicely created human silhouettes. So check the link on the description to download it. I'm gonna place it here, and I think they need a little bit of too small. I'm gonna Control K to scale it proportionally. Yes, somewhere there. Let's place another one. I'm gonna go with this lady here and place it in the space. Control K, scale it, and then drag it somewhere here by the opening. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna make it much smaller than this to, you know, add depth, because she's far. Oh, what else? Can I add more? Yes, I can. Maybe this gentleman here by the barbecue area. Control K to scale it. There's a little bit of scale away. Yeah, I think something like that. I'm gonna have another one by these steps. Hit W to repeat the previous command, and this gentleman, and place him here. Control K to scale. It's going to be relatively the same size with this lady. I'm gonna move it right a bit this way. Okay, what else can I, or maybe have some silhouettes here as well. Let's see what we have. This gentleman, hit OK. Control K. I think it's too big. Yeah, something like that. Okay. All right, from here we will place some annotations. You can also, you know, label your spaces. For example, I'm gonna use text to do that. So I'm going to activate text tool, and then place your text by 2 points like that, and this will be launch. Family launch. I'm gonna make this bold. And let's stretch them. Make sure it's perfectly placed. I'm not sure with the size. Maybe we can increase it a bit to 6. Yes, something like that. Control Shift D to copy it down to the other space. I'm going to position it right on the TV. This will be the TV launch. Like that. Okay, these are the only 2 spaces that have been cut, and then we have the braai. I almost forgot the braai, or barbecue area. How do you spell barbecue? Okay, and then let's do some annotations. Like in the previous video, we're using the keynotes. We're going to place our keynotes using the label tool. Activate the label tool and then start it from here. I'm going to start from the top and click the roof. Let's move it to the side, and when I move it from yeah, this. So it's always advisable, or it's a best practice to choose, you know, the arrangement of how you're going to do your annotations, because it's an art. You don't just place elements randomly. You have to, you know, carefully consider the positions just to balance the image. So in this case, this is the negative space. We have another one this side. I think I might bring it to this side as well. Let me bring it to this side. So I'm going to mirror, Control M to mirror this, or just click on one of the points. Let's mirror it to the other side, and let's drag it to push it somewhere there. Perfect. Let's zoom in and double click inside. I'm going to clear everything here and then insert keynote. So this is the roof. Let's go to the roof section. I've shared this keynotes before. I will also share this database on the description if you are using ArchiCAD 28, because it came out with the latest version, so it's going to be only on ArchiCAD 28. Check the link on the description to get this from our Patreon membership platform. So I'm going to go ahead and select the right specification for the roof, and then I like to, you know, have the title and then the description just to formulate my specification or my note. So I'm gonna add the title, then the description. So you have to drag like that and separate the title by enter from the description. And then I'm going to unbold this one. Let's see. I think text is too small. We can increase it to maybe 5. Still 5, I believe, is too small. Or maybe 7. Yes, 7 looks much better. So even this one, we can make it 7. And fix. That's how. Make sure the position. Okay, so I'm going to break it down as well because it's long. Let's make it reasonably short, and then also decide with the justification. You rather have it on the right or on the left. In this case, because I want to format my my image to have a line here, so I'm going to format it from the left and then drag this maybe to align with this line for your drawing. Okay, and I don't like the straight line. I want it to be a bit angled, so I'm gonna go to the settings, and under the pointer section, set this to be 70 degrees, something like that. I think it's accurate. Let's make it 60. Yes, something like that. Then I'm going to pick the parameter of this. Let's go for the roof slab. Before I do the settings, let me bring the right specification. I'm going to get rid of the content, then go to the roof slab. Oh, it's supposed to be under floors. Yes, I think it's this one. Yes, that's the one. Add the title, add the description, and unbold this. Break it down into 2 and stretch it like that. I'm gonna move it to align it with the other one. Let's create a bit of a gap between. Okay, I think we need to set up the pointer angle to maybe 60. Okay, move on to another one. Pick parameter of this. I want this steel channel, double click, get rid of insert the keynote, find the section, a steel section. I think this will be the UPN 200. This is unbold. I'm gonna stretch it, then drag it to align with the one, create a gap, open in settings, set it to, let's say 60. 60 is too much. I think this one, let's set it to 0. Yes, I'm going to move it maybe here. Let me adjust this one to be at the top here. I think I can see my leader, which is the point, the arrow. It's too small, so we might have to adjust it a bit. Let's set it to 7. Yeah, something like that. Set it to 7. Maybe the color, if we can make it black, make it black. Yeah, something like that. Okay, we have also the balustrade, and then these elements. Insert. This will be the CNC post at unbold, break it down, drag it to align, and then create. Let's create a bit of space. Okay, so normally I'll prefer to have an equal distance between the annotation. So this is balustrade, kind of a planter. So I don't have the specification for this, or the node for that, so we'll have to create a node from scratch. Let's go to document and then open keynote window. This will be, I'll put it under railings. Let me open the folder and create another keynote. Let's set this to be balustrade. Planter balustrade, or balustrade planter. Yeah, something like this. And then the code will be RAL 02. So this will be 1.2 mm high. It's going to be concrete balustrade planter to manufacture what's wrong with me today? Specification 1200 millimeters high concrete balustrade planter to manufacturer specification. Perfect. So from here we can close off the window, then double click to open the keynote for the planter, and then insert the keynote. Yes, the title, the description, and then unbold this. Break it down. There's something like that. And then we have, I'll pick the one, we have these columns. let's insert. It's going to be under steel, CHS, add, unbold, hit enter. Okay, let's reduce the length. So I'm going to drag it to align with the other. So now there's a bit of a clash with this, with the human. So I'm going to try maybe drag it a little bit back. Okay, it's not that bad. All right. It's pretty much like it. So I might also, have other annotations on this side just to balance off my drawing, because if you look at it now, this side is well formatted and then we have a negative space this side. So I'm going to pick parameters of this, and I'll pick this element because they're an interesting feature. Select mirror to the right vertically like that. Before I can do anything, let's double click and do the note. These are supposed to be the aluminum buttons as we have it here. So add the title and then the description, unbold, hit enter. Let's drag it to somewhere here. I'm going to try align it with the edge of my drawing, and go to its settings, set this to be 60. Yes. And then the justification, the formatting, the alignment will be on the right. We have another interesting features here, and then the glass. So let's pick the glass, double click, get rid of, insert, go to openings. Where is openings? Yeah, there we go. Glazed doors, title, and then the description, unbold, break it down, then stretch it to align it with the open its settings, maybe set it to 50. I think I might break it down a bit like that, drag it up, okay. And then I'll pick the balustrades, the handrail, double click, get rid of that, insert railings, glassed railings, add the title, the description, then check the box, hit enter, stretch it to align. Oh, sorry, it has to be accurately aligned, and also the distance between the elements. Let's go to the settings and set the pointer angle. Okay, what else can we pick from this side? Yeah, pretty much it. I think we've balanced it off. Maybe what we can do is to make sure they are the same level. Like that. Yeah, something like this. Okay, what do you think with this result? I might, you can add a bit of shadows. I think shadows will give a good effect to this drawing. So if you go back to the view here on the list, let's right click and go to 3D documents and activate the shadows. Set the pen to be black. Transparency, I'm gonna go with 25 and test. Let's check the result. Wait for it to generate. I think because of the angle, the sun angle, so the shadows are now shading the entire drawing, which is not ideal at this moment. So let's go back and see. You'd find the settings, it's been derived from the 3D projection settings. So what we need to do is go to view and 3D view options, 3D projections, or Control Shift F3 as a shortcut key. And then here what we want to do is to change between the altitude and the azimuth angle. So if we say azimuth, make it 200 for example, then this make it 60. Let's hit OK. Yo, everything disappeared. What happened? Let's go here and fit in the elements. Okay, nothing have changed. Let's go back again, or maybe we take it from the 3D. Let's see, but it's been affected. I don't know why. Because of the angle, you see everything here on the side is been shaded with shadows. So let's go back again. You can also go this direction by right clicking on the detailed, or on the perspective view. Then you can just go to 3D projection settings. This is 200. What's going on here? Let me see if we can go to refine with the current 3D window settings. 3D window, current window settings. No, this is not what I want. Let's go back to view, 3D options. Yeah, let's still in this is the same azimuth. We change this to 200, right? And then this to 60. Maybe this to 45. This is not changing our, it's not affecting our view, to be honest. Oh, the graphic override, we didn't key in to permanently, we didn't set it permanently to our view. See, when we went back it disappeared, so we need to set it from the settings of the view. So instead of using detailed 3D view, we're gonna go for sectional perspective. Let's go down here and see the 3D settings. Here there's nothing we can do with the settings. Let's hit OK. I don't like, we'll have to have the shadows because that will make a huge difference to our drawing. And let's try, okay, let's go back, 3D projections, do it on this one. Okay, 45. Let's see, 30. Then move it. Okay, sorry. Move it to the side. something like this. Let me know in the section how you address this. What will be your approach to this kind of a problem? Because it seems, because if you say refine with the current view settings, I don't think this will change. But let's see. What do I undo? Nothing have changed. The thing is that if you go to the 3D documents, this is dependent on the sun setting. And shadows. Let me know in the comment section, because I know there's an option where you can set your custom, shadow instead of depending on that. I don't know what. Let's see something here first. It doesn't give me the option to set it custom here, but I know that could make a huge difference. Let's say I'm gonna go back. We've messed up. Settings. See, let's go back. I want to see if I right click here. Oh, I can access the 3D. No, these are 3D documents, not the projection settings. Refine based on current 3D. Control Shift. Let's say Control Shift F8. Control Shift F3. It's a tough one. Use 2-point perspective. No, because I want to change the sun direction. Yeah, I don't know which side it is at this moment. Let's go to sunlight here. There's nothing. Okay, it went this direction. Let's see. No way. No way, guys. Let me know in the comment section what will be your approach. Maybe you can help. I hope there's anyone of you who can address this situation. The problem is that I don't have the option to customize it here, and which I normally get when I'm using either elevation or section. But for this one, for the 3D perspectives, I've never experienced this kind of problem. So maybe we still reduce the shading to 12.5%, but still this doesn't make sense to me. 3D projection. Let's see on 3D projection. Okay, maybe we need to set it from here. It says the selected 3D document is limited by my queue. Okay, which is perfect. The current 3D window is not limited by either selection of my queue. So we can also filter elements. We can go to 3D projections. Here is the settings of this view. Wow. Maybe let's do it from here. The azimuth here is 35, 200. Let's set it to 60 and see. 60 is the cis. I think this is the view. maybe do it 45. Hit OK. It's generating. This might be. Wow! Yeah! Wow! Hi. It took a bit of time. That was an insane discovery. Okay, so basically this is the kind of effect I wanted to achieve, you know. Okay, if I could have this colored, maybe it would make a huge difference, but let's see it, if we can have color. We tried it before, but let's do it for the let's see. Oh, now the problem will be the base. I don't mind the base being gray like this. I don't mind it at all. This needs to be cut. So I'm gonna go to the substructure, select the footing, right click to bring solid element to operation under connect, make this operator, sorry. Then let's go back to our perspective. Then select the mesh as a target, then subtract. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back again. I wanted to change this to be the uncut elements to be shaded. We tried this before, but it didn't really. How about this? I don't think I like it. Let's keep it white. I think white was the... Oh, sorry. What did I do? Not this. Let's keep it, you know, white. And we also want to have uniform pens. Set it to 13 is fine. Let's see the result. It's this way. Wow, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't know. Should I choose between shaded or the non-shaded? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section what's your preference on this one. But hey, that was quite an interesting process. Oh, we forgot to place some plants within here. I don't think this one would do us justice. Let's just copy, Control Shift D, and see how we can manipulate this. I don't think we can. No. This can be only achieved maybe on 3D using this is the planter. We close this. Maybe using an object. So let's go for a plant. I'm gonna go search plant from the 3D library. Maybe this kind of shrubs. I hope they will be picked on 3D. don't think this will be picked on. No, this is 2D. They won't be picked. So I think, yeah, this is the one that can be. Change the 3D layout to full. Yeah, this is the only. Let's do this. Select. Make the height 300. 500. Okay, let's check the results. All right, and then we have it here as well. I'm going to pick parameters of that. And then place it like so. Yeah, perfect. Did we agree to this graphic style? What do you think, guys? One thing to change is the text. Let's make it. I'm gonna remove the background. Between white, completely white, and this one, which one do you feel it's between this and that? Which one do you really? Yeah, I think for the portfolio I'll go with this one. I will go with this one, and then I'll add a little bit of spice maybe to the pool, and add a little bit of I'll use this time around. I'll cheat with a fill. I'll cheat, turn it to a draft fill, and search for water. There's no water. Okay, maybe building material, search for water, and then let's try place it. Where is it? Right click, bring it to front. Okay, it's solid. I don't know why it's in black. Maybe change this to just the surface color. Yes. Water pond. This is water pool. Shouldn't be that. Let me see the levels. It should go all the way to here. Yeah, something like this. Can I make it transparent? Let me see. Make it transparent. Okay. Maybe no way. I don't have a blue color here because I feel that color is too strong. The blue. Maybe change it to another water. Maybe something like this. Okay, so let's create a layout for this. I'm gonna come here, then new layout, section, sectional perspective. A2 is fine. Let's go to the view map and drag the view. Let's wait for it to, there we go. I'm going to bring it down maybe to 100, or I might use Control K to scale it manually and try fit everything within the drawing. Something like this. Let's crop the extents. I'll take the title, place it somewhere there. I might create, a presentation title. Let's change this to what is on it under default. Okay, it's that one. I'm gonna go with a stamp title. Then if you go to the drawing title, you can choose either this kind of but I'll go with this one. And let's see. Okay, I think it's okay. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Yeah, something like that. And create a bit of space. This is supposed to be somewhere here. Okay. Let's save this and preview it from PDF. So I'm going to change this. I don't know why is it going. Open file after save. Wait for it to open. Wow, not bad. Not bad. I think I could have placed, one of the silhouettes human in one of the spaces, especially here that we have, and then here. Let me do that. I'm gonna quickly do that. I'm going to pick parameters of this, open from the library, cancel that, search for 2D silhouettes. Let me take this one and place him here. Control K to scale it up. So this guy is tall. It's almost 2 meters. Okay, because this is a 2D, I can't place it here because it has to be behind the railing. So there's no way I can control it with this. Just for you to understand what I'm trying to say. If you place it here, so it has to be sent. Maybe if you say display order, send it to backward. Unfortunately, with this kind of 2D library objects, you can't afford that. Oh, by the way, okay, let's see. It went. All right, I'm gonna bring it to front, to forward. Let's do it again. Forward. No, it's not happening. Bring front. And if I right click, if I do to the railing, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. so I would normally avoid placing it in such kind of situation. So it would be like that. It could have been a nice, story to have someone standing on the balcony here. I'm not sure with the 2D for ArchiCAD. 2D, let me say 2D human. Where are the 2D human for ArchiCAD? Okay, no, that's fine. Let's go back and save this as a PDF, and we should, or that should conclude our video. Let's say save as, open file after save. I'm gonna replace. Okay, pretty much impressed with the result. After you've saved it as a PDF, it gives real, it's gives the real graphic, the actual graphic representation perfectly well. As you can see, I can pick out most of the interesting stuff here. Okay, so yeah, that was it for this video. If you want to download all the assets that we've used in this video, check the link on the description. I'll try by all means to put everything that we've used so far. Your background trees, your plants, silhouettes, and other. And I'll also try see if I can share this. I haven't shared the project yet, but I wanted to share it once we've completed all the, because we're creating master series of, doing different sorts of drawings from this project using this template. So once we are done with all the drawings, I'm going to share the the project with all the drawings we've created together. Up until today, I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like and share this video to those who think will benefit from the video, and I will see you in the next video, probably tomorrow. Bye bye.